before, a foreign citizen, the kids of a foreign citizen cannot attend Russian schools. But right now, it is possible. But the kids have to do exam in Russian language. If they pass up, then they will be eligible to study in Russian school for free. Hey, in today's video, I'll be talking about how to get documents to live in Russia after studying in Russia. Somebody wrote me last night, 12 a.m. The person they called me. He was asking me funny question, but at the same time, the questions are valid. Before now, if you study in Russia, there were no pathways to get Russian citizenship. If you finish school before in Russia, you graduate, you can't apply for permanent residency. This was before in the past. You get so, but I have somebody. I've never really seen this guy before, but we communicate online. He does money exchange here in Russia. He studied in Russia a long time ago, but somehow he wasn't allowed to apply for Russian passport. The guy currently, right now, they study again for scholarship, through scholarship. So right now, you have access to apply for permanent residency. For example, when you buy a generator, you try start the generator, it doesn't start. Why? Because you never put fuel inside. But when you put fuel inside, the generator starts automatically as long as you don't put the rope it's supposed to on. That's exactly how getting documents here in Russia is. If you have the right document to live in Russia, for example, going through those educational, if you go through educational way, you come through student visa. After your education, you could apply an automatic something. Not automatic somehow, but they don't come your door, come force you to apply. Now you go apply by yourself. It's just like after putting fuel for generator also, generator don't go start by itself. Now you go start up. So when you finish school for year, when I really finish, I don't mean say after Russian language program. After Russian language program in Russia, they don't count them as degree. They don't count them as anything. You just go for Russian language program. The one where they count actually is when you go through the BSc program and you go through the master's program, and when you are officially eligible to apply for residency. Even when I went to to the immigration here in Russia to apply for this passport, they told me on what criteria. That was what the immigration girl asked me, on what criteria. I told her the criteria where I qualified for. Once you tell them, they'll tell you the document to bring. Come, bring this one, bring that one, bring this one. Wherever you come, you go apply for this one. That's it. In Russia, we have two passports. This is the local ID. These are just be like ID card. Anywhere where they go, if they carry this one, follow body. Anywhere where they go follow, carry this one, follow body. This one is international passport. Which one? When you want to travel, go abroad. Not everybody has this one. Not everybody get that. But this one, Russian government only issue this one to Russians when they complete 14 years. When they celebrate a 14 years birthday, you go get this one. They don't go give you my pikin don't get this one. My pikin don't get this one because he never complete 14 years. But he has this one. This one are the international passport. So when you finish your program, your BSc program or master's program, first of all, you apply for this one. Then after applying for this one, you go apply for this one. Meanwhile, this one does not have expiry date. They expire. They only put the date of issue. They don't put expiry date on it. So you can use this one, live for this country 500 years. The only difference between the most significant difference between these two, that just because of say this red one you go feel vote, this blue one you don't go feel vote. But any other thing, if you get this one, you can actually send invitation to your people for Nigeria to come to Russia. If you get this one, you can do basically anything. Buy car, buy apartment, buy anything with this one. They expire. Even if you lost that, they will give you this one again. In Russia, the laws always change. The law they always change here drastically. This immigration law, they easy. Whenever sometimes the thing they go twist them, the thing will favor you. Sometimes they go twist them, it no go favor you. So right now, people will get this one now. Maybe you study for Russia, you came last year, you came 2 years ago or 5 years ago. Once you apply for this thing now, you can actually bring your kids to Russia. Once you bring them to Russia, you could apply for the same thing for them, this exact same thing. Like I said, this thing, they expire. So once they come to Russia, you go apply for. You see, before a foreign citizen, the kids of a foreign citizen cannot attend Russian schools. For example, your papa na Nigerian, your mama na Uzbekistan, your papa na Uzbek, your mama na Nigeria, or vice versa. It will be say one of them no be Russian citizen. You no go fit go Russian school for here. You can't. Possible. But right now, it is possible. But the kids have to do exam in Russian language. If they pass out, then they will be eligible to study in Russian school for free. My pikin, I don't dey pay anything for am. The only thing I dey pay for am because him still na small boy. We dey pay for food around 40,000 naira. 40,000 naira na kind 2,000 rubles, so 1,000 something. Na peanuts. If I dey work for years, 40,000 na like maybe money wey I fit work like 6 hours or maybe even less. That's how small 40,000 naira is. That money that be money say you go pay for the school. They'll give you something like check. I'll make another video on that. When I see that, when they give me that thing, they will give that thing. Then you go make the payment. Once you make the payment, your pikin go to chop for school. But the only food you go to chop, but all those teaching or every other thing now free of charge, free. And you as a foreign citizen in Russia, you could also benefit this in Russia. That's if your kids are small. If your kids don't reach like maybe 10 years or there or up, I don't know whether fee they, but I know say Russian school na totally free. You don't go pay. But picking up a small boy, that's why they need to feed up for school. That's why. But apart from that, everything is free, and you could take advantage of this. But people will come for masters. Once you don't get this blue passport, or people will come for BSc. Once you get this one, you would actually bring your kids to Russia and apply for this for them. All of them will do for Russia. But one of the disadvantages of bringing your kids to Russia is if they're small, it's difficult to walk. It would be extremely difficult for you to cope. That's just disadvantage. But if you're cool with the stress, no problem. So if you come to Russia for study visas, you make sure you attend class. When you get class, you attend class. Anytime when you don't get class, you could actually get work, because if you fail your exam first time, you'll be asked to repeat. They call it peridacha. You go repeat them again. If you fail a second time, your visa will be cancelled and you go back to Nigeria. Food for thought. That's it for now. Peace.